For junk, too.
Yep, for something
it's going
that's
in the
not
landfill. This has got a lifetime warranty on it as well, folks.
Purple.
Natasha, you're wonderful. I gotta get my new dress. I'm so excited.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the item number. Orange, purple, and blue are your color options there. I can't believe we got this origami back. This has been kind of like the Yeti. Like they saw it once and then they wondered, did I actually see it? Was it real? It was real. It's been over 3 years since you've seen it. The true Goldilocks size origami. This is the 3-tier foldable large rack with wheels. We've taken $30 off the price right now. And let's be realistic. What we want with origami is two things. We want it to be durable, sturdy, hold a lot of weight. Well, you got on this one, 750 pounds without the wheels, 225 with the wheels. But I don't want to put it together. I don't want to see something pretty online or in a catalog and order it and then get a box with 1,000 pieces and then go through a near divorce with my husband trying to put it together. I'm telling you, we cannot work together putting together furniture, Lou. It's the worst thing. Save your marriage. Get the origami instead. Lou Caputo is here with us. Lou, when you told me it's been years.
It's been years.
Huge customer pick.
Oh, yeah.
What took so long?
I have no idea. Honestly, it's kind of like the Brigadoon of origami. You see it once every 3 years, and it comes back. I mean, that's all there is to it.
You just did a Brigadoon drop. Yeah. All right. Fantastic.
You know what's funny?
What?
I watched the video for this one online last night, like I told you, and it was from my house, like during,
the lockdown?
During the lockdown. So that's how long ago. But here's the other thing. We sold it out in one show. So just so everybody understands. Now, here's the big deal about this one, okay? And this is where this came from. We make a smaller rack, okay? That's a little 3-tiered rack. Usually we sell it in a 2-pack, but it's a much smaller than this. Then we make the large 4-tier racks that are about this tall, okay? And if they've had a baby, this is exactly what you have gotten. Because the reason is that a lot of people say, can we have something that's a little bit smaller in stature, but we want the key features that you get from the largest rack, which is that weight capacity. So I'm just gonna push this guy forward so everybody can see this. When you look at this, it's exactly the same size as our 4-tier large heavy-duty rack. It's just missing one of the shelves. Think of it that way. Because, frankly, there's a lot of people that are of smaller stature, and they can't reach that top shelf anyway. So for them, this could be the one. That perfect size right here. It measures 3 feet across on each shelf, and they're 18 inches deep, just like our biggest rack, as you can see right there. So you're getting 1.5 feet of storage on here. This is all powder-coated steel, like all of our origami pieces. You can hear the quality in that. This one weighs about 28 pounds. So this is not a shy little thing that's getting shipped to you, okay? This is a big piece of metal right here. It's gonna resist chipping, it's gonna resist scratching, and it's gonna resist corrosion, so you can use this indoors and outdoors. Because it is origami, named after the ancient Japanese art of paper folding. This 9 linear feet of storage that we've got in front of us, watch what I can do with it. Give it a little flick of the wrist right here, a little kick of the foot, and boom, down.
Woo!
How cool is that?
Okay, we gotta do it again.
Okay, let's do it one more time.
We gotta do it again, because sometimes people blink.
I'm gonna set it up. Okay, now ready? Here we go. Flick of the wrist. Little kick of the foot, boom. The whole thing compacts down to about 4 inches wide at the widest point. If I close that all the way down, you can see. So it makes it easy to transport, easy to store. Now, when you get this home, it's gonna come flat packed in a box. I don't want you to panic, because that's our initial, most people, they see flat packed and they just kind of lose it. Don't do that, okay? It's really simple to do. Grab the sides, pull it open as you saw me doing. I think Billy just took a picture of me.
He is. I'm waving over here.
He's a
okay, so that was a half a second.
That was half a second. Then right on the back here is the origami towel. Believe it or not, this is a patent design, because when I thread that through and I push down, the way that it's attached to the rest of this frame, this thing's already a structural sound just by doing that. Then we're gonna flip over the top shelf right here. It's only hinged on one side so that it can fold. And there's one more latch right here in the front. We just let that little guy drop into place and we're done. Now, here's the other thing about this. We need to talk about the wheels.
Okay.
I'm a wheels guy. There are some people, like Adam Freeman, not a wheels guy, okay? Some people like the wheels, some people don't like the wheels. Here's the implication of putting the wheels on this. If you do put the wheels on this, we recommend, because it does raise it 3 inches off the ground, that you limit your weight capacity to what you see on the screen right over there, okay?
Per shelf, though.
Yeah, 75 pounds per shelf, so a grand total of 225 pounds with the wheels. Without the wheels, 250 pounds per shelf. So that's 750 pounds that you can put on this and move this around with those wheels. So it's a great, great piece that we've got here. I love the fact that I can stand behind it and talk too, because normally we're out in front and we're, everything's behind us. But now we can address how you can use this, okay? And this is kind of a fun thing. Is like the white one here. By the way, did you do the colors? You did the colors.
No, I did not.
let's do the colors.
Okay, so here's the white. We have four
Beautiful
colors
white.
available. White will sell out first. If you like white, don't even wait. It's always first to go. I can't believe we even got it. That's just not playing with anything here. That's the white. Here's what we were calling the vintage bronze.
Yep.
These are the colors that I personally own at home.
The original pewter.
The pewter and the black.
And the black. So you've got, all the basic colors are right here, and I'm sure that you can find somewhere in your home where you're going to be able to use these because of this height. You know, this is the kind of height that, it's not going to block a window.
Yes.
It's going to be perfect for some of the areas of your home where maybe you've got shelving and you want to slide it underneath the shelving.
Yep.
This is going to work great for that. This would make a wonderful TV stand if you want to put a big TV on here. Yes. Coffee station in the kitchen, a bar in a pinch. If you're having people come over, throw a tablecloth over this, and suddenly now you've got your mobile bar. You know what I mean? I like this because we have one of these in my garage. Well, when I had a garage, I had one of these in my garage from 3 years ago. And it's the perfect height where I can work on a project. Just like this, and lean on it and not have to, you know what I mean? I'm not having to bend over a ton. It's
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the height and the TV because sometimes when we think about using these as entertainment stations, we say, and you could flip off the top shelf and then put something larger here, whether it's the TV or a larger plant or a lamp, or maybe you do have that kitchen appliance that's just a little bit taller, or your craft room appliance that's taller, and you just always have to take off the top shelf. Now it's made just for that. But there are two reasons that I love using these that I already use them for, and it's why I own 8, and I did not stutter, I said 8.
Tell me.
One of them is my storage in my garage, because now I essentially have I have doubled my storage in my garage. I had my shelves already up, they got filled. I own more things. What do? Do I just want a super cluttered home, super cluttered garage? No. What instead I did was a full wall of origami pushed up against where the shelves are. It only took about an extra 1.5 feet of space from that wall in my garage. Now I put all of my seasonal items on the static shelves behind there, and everything else that I'm using throughout the year is on my origami. Once or twice a year, I roll them using about as much effort as it takes to push a baby stroller, and I get to my second entire wall of storage. This is how you double any shelves. It's how you double any storage, because it is as easy as pushing a stroller to then move your false wall and get to your other stroller. If you are moving, this will be easier than any other origami you have. You can put anything heavy on it. Don't worry about paying people hundreds and thousands of dollars. This will hold that weight. You can move it while having it not topple because it's that right height. And you know, I love that you mentioned keeping them outside.
Oh no, totally. You can use these indoors, you can use these outdoors. Actually, a great example is the black one down here on the end, because we have it set up as if it's like a kind of a garden cart plant station.
Yep.
And because it is powder coated steel, number one, it's kind of impervious to the elements, number one. But number two, you can use this and water plants on here and not have to worry because of the wire shelves. You've got aeration, airflow, water flow going through these, and you can just hose it down anytime you want to. The other thing about this that's really neat is if it's a potting station, right? This is the perfect height for me to work. I mean, I'm like right here at the perfect height where if I'm working on something, if I'm potting a plant or doing whatever, I don't have to bend down to do it. Everything's right here, and I can have all the things I need, the potting soil, my tools and everything on here as well. Great for doing projects around the house. Load it up. Are you painting today? What are you working on? You can put the stuff on there and wheel it around. I like it as a dolly in the house. And what I mean by that is, sometimes you've got big heavy things like big bags of dog food, or you've got rock salt or who knows what, and you've got to push that around or carry it ordinarily. We don't carry, we push. We put it on here, we roll this around through the house and deliver things. Laundry baskets. You have not lived until you've had a laundry basket on wheels, okay? You could fit 3 laundry baskets on here, wheel them around the house to pick up the dirty clothes, and then when everything's clean, drop everything off using this to do it. Look at that. It's perfect for that, really.
And we've reduced our shipping and handling by half because it is all powder-coated steel that comes completely pre-assembled, as you're seeing Lou. That's the whole assembly.
That's it.
I mean, it's like a kickball change, and you're done. It's unbelievably fast. I do want to tell you the white. Ooh-wee, she is in the lead by a long shot, understandably so. This white is so pretty in a kitchen. It's so pretty in a laundry room. It's pretty in any room of your home, indoor, outdoor. Though, and remember, it's also not going to rust. It's not going to stain. It's not. It is totally weather resistant.
Very true.
If you love the white, and remember, we didn't get these back for 3 years last time, and you want to trust that customer pick with 5 dozen perfect 5-star reviews, I would put the order in and go ahead and use it on a flex pay. It'll be a $29.99 flex pay. Take it home, see that it fits perfectly in your home. Your height is around 3.5 feet high, 43.9 inches. Your length is around 3.5 feet at 41.5 inches, and the depth is 20.3. So just think 3.5 by 3.5, and then about 1.5 feet deep there. I think you're gonna find when you get the one home, you go, darn it, should have got two.
Yeah.
And you'll come back, you'll pay the extra 30, but here's the thing,
sure.
if you're doing the white, when you come back, the white will probably be gone.
Yeah.
So I would grab the 2 in the white if you're grabbing the white now.
We don't get a lot of shows with these simply because they don't happen, we don't have them in stock all that often. And that's why I tell people, even if you're somebody that collects origami, somebody like you that's got 8 pieces, I have over 30 pieces personally. There are people out there that have more than 50. They're looking at me going like, let me know when you pass 40. All those people out there that collect these, I bet you don't have this one, okay? Because this is so unique, it's so different to origami that it's not something that we've got day in and day out. Yeah, last night or the night before I sold the large rack and it sold well. It always does because everybody wants that extra storage. But if you've got those spaces where that one's not gonna work, okay? You need that strength, you need that convenience, that ease of setup, but you just don't have the space for something quite that tall. Like in a, if you've ever tried to flip that top shelf over inside the house, you gotta look at the ceiling and make sure you got clearance, okay?
Yes, or
Not
side
the
to
case.
side on it and make sure you have the clearance.
Not the
This
case
is so
with this
convenient.
guy right here. It really is. It's super, super convenient. And I mean, all the things that we would normally use them for apply. You were talking about storage, for decor, for the TV cart, for the coffee station, for a bar, for a workstation. You could take this and use this as extra shelving for a walk-in closet, walk-in pantry, on the pool deck. I mean, there's just so many ways that you can use these, but this is that Goldilocks size, like you said, not too big, not too small. It's absolutely perfect to use in and out of your house.
Think about the things that are heavy that you're always panicked are gonna break that shelf.
Yeah.
This is it. Whether it's the air fryer or the heavy espresso machine, the printer, whatever it is, your electronic that's super heavy and you're always afraid, oh, if I add anything else to that shelf or that table, it's going to topple. This is the one, 250 pounds per shelf without the wheels if you're Adam. If you're anyone else in the world but Adam and you love your wheels because you want to use this, it will be 75 pounds per shelf, and that still goes to my most heavy appliance. If you own a storage unit, it's a must-buy. If you own a storage unit, it is a must-buy. You'll be able to see fully to anything else in your storage unit. You'll be able to roll it in and out of your car, roll your things up and down. If you are doing anything where you're moving a box from one area to the other, it's better than any dolly you can use. It's so ergonomically simple because at the end of the day, you're not lifting a giant dolly to take home with you. You're taking home something the size of an umbrella.
Yeah, no, it's true, and that's part of the whole thing about getting older and wiser. You know what I mean? Because when when I was young, I'd try to pick up anything. I'm like, I got that, and I'd bend down and try and pick it up. Now with my back and my knees and all the other things, I'm like, I'm gonna put it on here. Just gonna push it, because that's better.
I'm actually eyeing this one now because this is the color that I have, the vintage bronze.
I love the
and
bronze.
I'm thinking, can I go triple Lutz? Because can I do a double?
No one can do the triple Lutz.
I'm about to do a Brian Boitano because think about it. If I put this one in front of my other tall one, I can still get to the tall behind it, and now I can.
My
you know what I mean?
That's a great
idea.
idea.
How hard it is to move? It's this hard.
Look,
I'm telling you,
in
my stroller was more difficult to roll. Even when there's weight on it, it's nothing. That's the perfect engineering. I could do a triple row, still get to the one behind it, and then maybe have something else right here in front, like all of the actual lawn stuff.
I mean, they're great side by side like this.
I might do a triple.
Because they're so small that way, but I love your idea of putting a shelf in front of a shelf.
Oh, that's the only way to do it, baby.
Wow, or a shelf under shelves. It's crazy. We've opened up a whole new world.
If you are interested in the white, so popular, and a lot of you are knowing that this is the first time we've had it back in stock in 3 years. So the other colors, they may still be in stock this afternoon. The white may not. So if you love this one, especially if you want to maybe come back and grab a second later and you want them to be matching, item number 759347, home for under 30 on Flex. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Lou.
My pleasure. Thanks, everybody.
I had some, I'm going to do a triple.
Do it.
Okay, where am I going? Over here? Oh, on the couch. Lovely. Oh, look at all these fun things I have. By the way, I know that they mentioned it